He did suggest that he moves, but he was not inclined to agree to my request. Indy? Indy? Okay then. So I usually don't tape my paintings, but for this particular one I actually wanted to take it outside to paint, so I taped it all around and all. But then this happened. Hi Cinder. So this happened. I don't know if you can see it very well. The camera makes it look like it's a lot better than it actually is, but the wildfire smoke is so intense that you literally cannot stay out, and even being in, my throat hurts, it burns really, and it's scratchy, I'm coughing, so yeah. There will be no outdoor activity today, that's for sure. It is so hot. It has been so hot these last few days, but the tape loses its stickiness. Sorry, it was not in shot there. So I have been doing this painting. I did the drawing that I was really happy with, and then it was, since I was really happy with it, you know, it's intimidating to start putting paint to it. You always are afraid you're going to mess it up. But I made a copy of a drawing. I always do that, so that if I mess up really badly and I'm really unhappy with it, I can just redo it easily. Of course, if I draw it once, I can draw it again. But having a copy of the drawing makes me feel better. So when I first started on this painting, I put in some colors. Some of it you can still see because it's a very staining color, this one, so I can't get rid of it. I was not happy with the color scheme. A lot of it can be lifted, you know, you just wait a few seconds and then mop up, but not everything, of course, and you can still see some of it that will not lift here and then in the flowers. But that's okay, it can be covered and managed. And now I'm starting to really like how her face is going, and I am putting in indigo, which is a Jasper Stardust homemade watercolor, and I love this color. It is incredibly pretty, and it granulates a bit. I mean, it's really, really pretty. So I'm just going to keep working on this, and hopefully I will remember to film the result of the next step at least. Okay, so here is what it looks now after a bit of painting. So I'm trying the new color scheme that I would rather have, and I like that a lot better. I'm actually really happy with it. And before I do my usual going too dark too quickly with the paint, I'm trying to keep in mind that this is the ink that I want to use for the background. It is a dark, it's a really beautiful color. It's from Jacques Urbain, Paris, and it's their special editions ink, which have glitter in it, gold particles. And this is, it's really beautiful, but it is very dark, So I need to remember that if I want her to stand out, I can't go too dark right now. So before I add more paints, I'm going to put this in the background and hope that I'm going to like it, because I don't think there is much I can do to cover it if I don't. And I have several, sorry, this is going to look a mess, but I have several urban inks, and I love all of them. And this one in particular, Cornaline d'Egypte, is a beautiful orange, and again with a shimmer in it. And the shimmer in that ink is at the same time subtle, but at the same time it's stands out. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully you'll see it when I use the other ink, which is called Orage, which means storm, gris orage, so grey storm, although I wouldn't call it a grey necessarily, but it is definitely a stormy color, and it's pretty stunning. Well, sometimes you have to do something drastic. Now, I don't know if you can see, but under there was a very dark color that I saw, that I showed earlier, and what I wanted to be poppies, but I ended up not liking it. I am happy with how her face is coming, so that's great. But I want to change the background, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. So what I did was roughly brush some a bit diluted watercolor ground, the titanium white, because I want to cover a lot of it. But as you can see, I did not put it on thick, so it will still show what's underneath, but at the same time I'll be able to go over with watercolor. So we'll see. I'm going to wait until it dries, and when it's dry I will decide if I want to cover it more or if I'm going to keep it that way. Her face is very unfinished right now, and I have to fix her mouth, but otherwise I'm quite happy with it. Today is a watering day in the garden, so when I wait for my paint to dry, I come out and move the water. I live in Northern California, and the water is very precious here, especially this year, but really every year. So I'm down to watering only twice a week. Sorry, I was going to show you butterflies, but there it is, I think. So I'm down to watering twice a week, well, every 3 days. And some things don't do well with that. They really need these 3 days a week of watering, which is usually what I do. But not this year. And really a lot of things are still doing very well. It's just in some places, especially in front, because in the front the sun will shine until literally sunset, and it's too much. I don't understand why people are cutting down their shade trees, and I probably should not start on that subject. But really, if you live in California, and really if you live anywhere, you need trees. Trees are so important for the health of your garden. And although my vegetable plot is more sunny than a lot of places in the garden, it's still, I think, like 6 or 7 hours of sun, which is plenty. And I get a lot of vegetables. I mean, really, it does not suffer from it whatsoever. What it does is that even the vegetable garden does not need to be watered more than twice a week, also every 3 days. So although a lot of it looks dry, I mean, it is dry. It's very, very dry. There is no going around that. Nothing will stay moist, of course, because we have temperatures over 90 every single day for months. And again, I don't understand how people think that things are going to survive at these temperatures if you don't have shade. Tomatoes need shade. Peppers need shade. Oh, here's my butternut squash looking for shade and putting up all these fruits in the fig tree. And as you can see, it's beautiful butternut squashes, and it's looking a lot healthier than where I planted the plant, which is in the ground in the vegetable garden, so 6 to 7 hours of sun. And the leaves are not looking good in that spot. You know, it's like it's too much sun. But here, in the shade of a tree, it's thriving. Plant trees. Plant a lot of trees. And this is the second fig tree, and that's green figs. And this one is perfect, and I'm going to eat it right now. So this week's video is really all over the place. I hope you'll forgive me. It's not going to be like that every time, and I don't think anybody is going to really see this video anyway. So I'm just going with it because it's the start of school. So many things to do. So it's start of school for kids, and I'm working on so many things at the same time. It's difficult to keep track of things. I am not particularly disorganized, but it's just a lot to juggle right now. So the next ones will be more organized, especially as I get better at doing YouTube videos, because usually I do class videos. I teach online, so it's very different. But here is where I am with the painting, and I'm really loving where it's going. I can't wait to get back to it. I haven't touched it in a couple of days. I did go to the store, to the art store, and get a few things that of course were totally necessary. They were not, of course, but I got gouache and aquarelle, watercolor, some more luminance pencils that I'm really enjoying. I received my paint from Jasper Stardust, which I actually used in this painting. I am on his subscription, so every month I will receive new colors, and I just love it. It's fantastic. And right there are all the projects that are waiting. I haven't done my palette, I haven't done organizing my pencils, I have started many paintings, and it really is a big mess everywhere. We are in a drought, and the level of dust in the air is awful, so I'm constantly cleaning my desk. I mean, basically you're cleaning the entire house all the time, because otherwise it becomes overwhelming. But here is what else I have purchased at the store. These I do make books like these, and I love them. I just love making them, and I haven't done any in a while, so I do want to get back to it very, very much. So that's why I got these, because my children keep borrowing my stuff and not bringing it back, and then I have to search for it in their rooms, which is very annoying. And that is a round watercolor paper, and I haven't tried that brand yet, but the texture looked great, and well, I have several ideas on what to do with it, but we'll see. And these are the latest books that I got. These two. And if you want to, you know, since I'm just starting again on this YouTube channel, if you want to tell me what you would like for me to show, that's the last painting I did in my sketchbook. Just playing with colors. And what else? Yes, I finally got my new computer set up, so I will be able to do, well, edit this video for one. I'm installing all my Adobe Creative Cloud thing, and yeah, hopefully that will work, and everything works on the computer this time, and I'll be able to upload this. But I just wanted to say that if you want me to do anything specific, I was thinking of doing something like August or August favorites. I mean, because now we are in August, where I would do the favorite supplies that I got this month, favorite books, what I'm, you know, and other things that I do, because I do a lot of different things. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm tired. It's been a really long week. It's Sunday, but I need to get my computer set up, and I'm really hoping I'll be able to work on this painting today.